Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Pershing, United States Global Command 9.4. Alright, one bit of housekeeping from the Soviet turn. I forgot to have them roll for aid to FEC. Bad me. Okay, they came up with a 4, which is 4. So we have to take 4 out of their bank. Which we have done so. Leaves them with, what's it look like, 55. Okay, now we proceed with the Americans. First up, damage repair. We've got battleship in port at the shipyard Northeast United States, so he's getting his battle damage repaired. All right, next. Tech and bad me. I have not laid out my dice again. Okay, PGM. SDI. 2 dice for that. And what did I pick for the last one? Advanced Airborne, which we all know is good old number 14. There it is. Okay, here we go. Now, looks like we got an SDI and a PGM. PGM goes to stage 3. SDI goes to stage 2. About time they made some progress on that. All right, now, as you remember from turns past, the Soviets hold the oil fields in Shiraz. So that is good for 1 die of theater release authorization attempt. Missed with a 2. Okay, now we're into military aid and purchase. Okay, the Americans are going to send NATO a gray chip. They're spending 11 on that gray chip, so it must be an attack bomber. Okay, then for themselves, 2 on a tanker, 12 on 2 artillery, 8 on 2 MBTs, 8 more on 2 more MBTs, 8 more on a fighter, 6 on a pair of frigates, and save 1. Okay. Combat. Here we go. Who is this? Well, I can't read that, it's too small. Anyway, the commander of the Persian Gulf fleet is just in a rage over the Soviet missile attack on his ships. So he has dispatched just about everything he can to attack those subs in I-11. So we got the SSN attacking. We have 3 ASW choppers attacking. They all provide their own sub detection. Then the carrier provides 1 sub detection for the fighter. We've got a destroyer attacking at 4, a frigate attacking at 2. They each provide a sub detection for the 2 S3 Vikings. So all them guys are going to shoot at those Soviet subs and try to take them out. Okay, then the B-52 from Diego Garcia takes off and flies 1, 2, 3 over here to I-6. He is shooting 2 cruise missiles into Shiraz in a surgical strike. The cruiser that is in I-6 is shooting a 3rd cruise missile into there. So that's that. Then we come over here to the Atlantic. And here's what's going to happen. I forgot last turn when the frigate, or on the Soviet turn when the frigate was sunk over here, the ASW chopper here did not have a landing spot 1 move away. It would have took him 2 moves to land in the Azores, so he was lost at sea. So that one's gone. So to attack this SSGN in I-19, the P3 changes his station over to there. Destroyer from A-24 is going 1, 2 to come up and join the attack. A frigate from A-24 is going to drop down here to A-29, pick up the ASW helo from there. We're switching him out for a Sea Sprite now. And then he goes 2, 3, 4. Also up here to join the attack. And then the guys from A-32 are shifting over to A-30 to attack this guy. And this frigate from A-24 is going to come out here and join the attack. And can you see him? Yeah. We got an S-3 ashore at a naval air station in northeast United States. He has an he's just going to come out here 1, 2. He could do it ASW patrol or just a regular attack. He's going to move a 4. And one of the frigates is providing him with sub detection. So you got all those guys attacking that SSGN. And then over here, this B-52 flying over southern England is shooting 1 cruise missile. Because the Americans only have 4, so he's shooting 1 cruise missile. No, I tell you what, we're not going to do that. The air base with the American Roundel is going to shoot 1 cruise missile into Benelux in surgical strike. This A-10 is going along to surgical strike. The F-117 is going along, and since he is... No, he can't do that. I was thinking he could do battlefield nukes, but the rules say battlefield nukes in defense of NATO home country zones. And he's not defending, they're actually on the offensive attacking. So yeah, he can't do battlefield nukes. I thought he was going to, but he can't. This Top Gun ASF is going along to escort, and the B-52 is going to go along and carpet bomb. They're going to go give the Warsaw Pact troops in Benelux what for. And Warsaw Pact has decided it is not going to scramble a fighter that rolls a 3 against a Top Gun that rolls a 7. So, and this attack is going to have spy satellite support. So, the planes will all be at full value, and the cruise missile will have target select. Of course, the A-10 always has target select. And that's going to be combat. So we're going to do I-11 first. We've got a destroyer at 4, an SSN at 4, 2 S3s at 4, and then we've got a fighter and 3 choppers at 3, and finally a frigate at 2. So here we go. We'll start in the basement and do the frigate at 2. That's a miss. Okay, now we have 3 ASW choppers and a fighter all at 3. Everybody missed. Okay, now we have, we'll do the SSN, misses. Destroyer, misses. 2 Vikings. Everybody misses. You know, hunting subs isn't always easy. So, Soviet subs are diving deep and going on silent running. Everybody on silent running. Okay, there we go. All right, now we will have the surgical strike on Shiraz by 3 cruise missiles. And we have 2 hits. Okay. So the Soviets are going to choose the Spag and they're going to take an MBT. Okay, that's that one. Next, we're going to have, we'll do A30 next. So we've got 2 frigates and a P3 all rolling 2s. Then we have a chopper at 3 and a Viking at 4. So here we go. 3 2s. Everybody missed. Now we have a 3. There is the hit. And go on and roll the Viking. He missed, but the chopper scored the hit, so the SSGN defends at 4, and he got a hit on his way to the bottom. So he's gone, and the U.S. has to lose a frigate. Okay, next we're over here in A19. Again, we have a pair of 2s, a 3, and a 4. Okay, so the 2s, they both miss. A 3 and a 4. Everybody missed. So big surprise, that SSGN is going on silent running. There he is. All right, now we will have the surgical strike into Benelux with SpySat support. So we have one cruise missile, one A-10, one F-117, and a B-52 carpet bombing. So we will do the B-52's carpet bomb first. Everything missed. Now we have, oh, those were bad guy dice, no wonder. All right, now we have a cruise missile at 5. Okay, there is one hit. Now we have an A-10 at 5. There is a ground target select hit. So we have one hit, and we have a ground target select hit. And now we've got the F-117 at 7. That is another hit. So 2 general hits and 1 target select. So for the target select, the American's going to choose to kill an artillery. And then for the 2 general hits, Warsaw Pact is going to lose 1 MBT in the artillery. No, take that back. Leave the artillery there, take 2 MBTs. The MBTs are cheaper to replace than artillery. Okay, that's that for combat. So now we're into non-combat. So the air all lands back here in southern England. This next-gen MBT and rocket artillery are moving 1 space over here to southern France. Okay. Our sea lift out here in A26, 1, 2, 3. We can land 4 units in Picardy, so that's going to be 3 next-gen MBTs and a rocket artillery. And then the MBT and the SRBM will land here in western France. Okay, now we have some sea lift. Here in the northeast US ready to embark. So 1, 2, 3, 4 units. All going to come out here to A26. This guy he moved 2 to get out there, so he's going to move 2 more to land in the Azores at an American usable naval air station. Okay, this damaged battleship comes back over here and goes in port at a major shipyard. This cruiser comes out of port and goes over here to A-26 to provide missile defense. I just realized I made a mistake assigning all of the frigates to attacks, but there's nothing can be done about it now. Okay, that's it. I've also just realized I keep overlooking this NATO SPAG sitting there in Quebec. All right, I think... Oh no, we got non-combat over here too. That's not all. So... the fighter from Macaw goes up to Basra. Move him to the card, as well as the MBTs, the attack choppers, and the light infantry is going to use strategic land movement to get up there, so put him on the card. I think that's it for non-combat. Okay, so now we place units. So since we're already right here, got 2 MBTs going into Macaw along with a fighter. The tanker goes here in A41. We got 2 artillery and 2 MBTs in Northeast United States. Got 2 frigates in A24. That's it for U.S. units. Now deliver the military aid. The attack bomber is going to Paris. So get the chip on the card there. And that's that. As long as I'm here, we're, into turn phase. This battleship that was being repaired is completed. So I'm going to move him up here to the dry dock. And we'll put him there. He's still in port, but he's no longer being repaired. All right, now we have to roll for aid to Pacific Command. 8. And that's going to be 4. Goes over to them. So the Americans are at 58 plus 8 is 66. Minus 2 is 64, plus the one they saved will be 65. Okay, 4 cruise missiles were shot, 4 cruise missiles were built. No Tomahawks or anti-ship missiles were shot, so there's +2 anti-ship missiles and +4 Tomahawks. Ozark Outpost, over and out.